What's up, people? Want to talk about some Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Not so much the fight. Quick prediction. I think Jake Paul's going to win. Whatever. But there's been the question over the last few years, is Jake Paul good for boxing? Is Jake Paul bad for boxing? I defended Jake Paul, but now I'm starting to think Jake Paul is actually bad for boxing because people will say, oh, well, he's bringing in fans that would not have been watching boxing anyways, which is true, except I don't think these fans stay and watch Beterbiev and Bivol. They don't stay and watch Crawford and Madrimov. They don't stay and watch Inoue versus Tapales or Inoue versus Neri. They watch what they want and then they bounce out. So I don't really see the fans that Jake Paul's bringing in becoming boxing fans. They're fans of that kind of boxing, gimmick boxing, I call it. And the bad part is not that. I wouldn't care about that, but it's that people think this is what boxing is. And people only want to see these kind of fights, and they don't want to see the top kind of fights. And that's what we were getting towards. As the years went on, those were the type of fights everyone was talking about. Cross matches between MMA and boxing, or non-athletes and athletes in different sports. Not traditional top-level boxing, which is what I love. Now, when Jake Paul fought Tommy Fury, I thought that was interesting. That was a good fight. I cared about it. I watched it. And me and some guys, we bought the fight. But it's just getting stupid after a certain point. And this is just stupid to me. Jake Paul versus 58-year-old Mike Tyson. And I know it's on Netflix and all that. It's not pay-per-view. But my point is that if people think this is what boxing is, that's bad for boxing. Now, there's been one guy named Turki Al-Shiki who's done the opposite. He's come back in and he's made the fights happen that people want to see. And that is good for boxing. So I'm starting to think Jake Paul is bad for boxing. And not just Jake Paul, but really all these kind of gimmick fights in general. I know Jake Paul says that he cares about the sport of boxing. He tries to give back and all that. Maybe he does, really care. Maybe he does try to give back. And I do give him his credit for his hustle and his work ethic because he has gotten a lot better. But overall, I think at this point, Jake Paul is a net negative for boxing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Jake Paul is good for boxing? Is he bad for boxing? Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.